Hey guys, it's Chong, your friend from China. My wife and I live in Suzhou, China. We're planning to get a car in the next few months. It'll be for our weekend trips and eventually for my daily commute. So, taking advantage of the holiday, we're heading to an auto show to see what is out there. Our needs are pretty simple, safe, reliable, and affordable to maintain. We want something spacious, but not too bulky. Since we're new drivers and worried about parking, we're not really looking for fancy brands or high performance. We're trying to keep the budget around $20,000. The show is packed. It's not a huge exhibition, but since it is a holiday, everyone is here checking out cars. BYD has the biggest booth here with the most models on display. Most of the cars I am interested in are from BYD. They were the biggest EV maker in China and actually ranked 5th globally last year. They were right behind Toyota and VW, leading the industry in both hybrids and pure EVs. In China, they have several sub-brands like Yangwang, Danza, Fang-Cheng-Bao, Dynasty, and Ocean. They all share the same core tech, but each has its own unique style and features. The Fang-Cheng-Bao Type 3 from BYD is actually my favorite so far. It looks really sharp and sophisticated, and the price point is just right. It has that rugged, off-road look, but it's actually a fully electric city SUV. It's a compact SUV, similar in size to a Toyota RAV4. In fact, it's about 20 centimeters shorter, which is a huge plus for us. But since it's an EV, you get a front trunk, and this cool little backpack on the back for extra storage. The new model comes in both RWD, rear-wheel drive, and AWD all-wheel drive versions. If I were to pull the trigger, I'd definitely go with the RWD version just because it gets better range on a full charge. I'm really loving the interior. There are soft-touch materials everywhere, giving it a premium and super polished feel. The standard HUD heads-up display is crystal clear. Plus, it has a 360-degree camera, auto parking, and active safety features, which are lifesavers for a rookie driver like me. The seats are incredibly plush, and they come standard with both heating and ventilation for extra comfort. But the real kicker is the tech. With BYD's latest battery technology, it can charge from 10% to 97% in less than 10 minutes. That's almost as fast as filling up a tank of gas. Actually, the first car I looked at was the Fang-Cheng-Bao Ti7, also from BYD. Its design is even more rugged than the Ti3. And I've always had a soft spot for that tough, boxy look. But honestly, this car is just a bit too big for me. Even though BYD's automated driving and self-parking tech are top tier, I'm still worried about scratches and dings with such a massive vehicle. It's nearly 5 meters long and almost 2 meters wide. That's just intimidating for me. In my opinion, the sweet spot for an SUV is between 4.6 and 4.8 meters in length, and no more than 1.9 meters in width. That way, you get the perfect balance, plenty of room inside, but still nimble enough to drive and park without the stress. This car is a hybrid, meaning it can run on gas and electricity together, or you can go full electric or full gas. It features BYD's most advanced plug-in hybrid technology. Even though this vehicle weighs over 2.4 tons, its fuel consumption is only around 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers, even when the battery is low. Now, they've also released an all-electric version of this car, and the range can reach over 700 kilometers on a single charge. Isn't that just unbelievable? The interior design is equally impressive. Everywhere you look and touch is covered in soft-touch materials. It feels so high-end. The center console has this minimalist design with no extra buttons or a traditional gear shifter because this car uses a column shifter. But the most shocking part is the vertical space inside. I'm 185 centimeters tall, and when I sit inside, there's so much headroom that I could literally fit a basketball above my head. It's also worth mentioning that the level of smart technology in Chinese cars these days is incredible. For example, in a BYD, you can handle almost every interaction using just your voice. You can tell the car to open or close the windows, the sunroof, or even the front and back trunks. You can adjust the air conditioning temperature and fan speed just by speaking. After a long, tiring day at work, you can just sit back and have the car give you a back massage. And get this, you can even use the car system to order some original recipe chicken, and the car can help navigate or drive you to a KFC outlet to pick up your meal. Now we've arrived at the BYD Dynasty series booth. As you can see, the design language here is completely different. The Dynasty and Ocean series are more family-oriented, so the pricing is quite affordable. This is the Song LDMI, a plug-in hybrid model. It's a massive hit and consistently ranks at the top of the plug-in hybrid sales charts in China. The car is nearly 4.8 meters long, which puts it in the mid-size category. The trunk space is huge and very practical for everyday use. The interior of this car is just as spacious. There's plenty of legroom in both the first and second rows. And here is the biggest advantage of new energy vehicles. The floor in the back is completely flat. This makes sitting in the rear seats so much more comfortable for everyone. This Song Ultra EV is basically the sibling model to the last one we saw. But this one is fully electric. The trunk space is just as massive. It also comes with a power tailgate and those beautiful taillights. You can tell how popular this car is. I didn't even get a chance to sit inside because it is so crowded. But the interior is almost identical to its sibling model, so I don't really need to check it out again anyway. The car in front of me is a bit different. The design is really cool. This is the C06 GT from BYD's Ocean series. The black and silver versions of this stylish little car look amazing. And there's also a Bordeaux red color that's very popular. The side profile looks super sporty. It actually reminds me of a stretched out VW Golf GT. But again, this is a fully electric car, equipped with BYD's latest battery tech. It's a compact model, but they've added a large frunk to make up for the storage space. The interior of the Ocean series always features marine elements, which makes it look really cute. For example, the door handles are shaped like fins, the speakers look like fish scales, and the dashboard has these beautiful flowing lines. After leaving the BYD booth, I spotted another super cool GT car that looks a lot like the C06. This is the Leapmotor LA5 Ultra. Leapmotor is a Chinese new energy automaker specializing in pure electric and range, extended models. And Stellantis is actually one of their major shareholders. Leapmotor cars always have great designs and are famous in China for offering amazing value for the money. This car has a much curvier look. The wrap-around headlights and taillights give it a real futuristic vibe, and its low-profile stance makes it look incredibly sporty. One very cool feature is the frameless doors. However, from a practical standpoint, I'm not a huge fan of them. I'm actually a bit worried that the sharp corners of the glass might poke me, As you can see, the interior design of the Leapmotor is very youthful and minimalist. It's a perfect fit for young people. Leapmotor's family design language is very consistent across their models, and I think that's one of the reasons they can offer such a price advantage. The car in front of me is the Leapmotor C11, an SUV. Even so, it shares the same wraparound headlights and taillights as the Lafa 5 Ultra, giving it that very sporty look. The interior of this car is even more minimalist. You can see there are very few physical buttons, and almost all of them are concentrated on the steering wheel. For everything else, you can handle it almost entirely through voice commands and the car's smart system. The Shangjie 7T is a brand new release. It has a very dynamic look and smooth, flowing body lines. I really love the headlight design. They look like the sharp, piercing eyes of a cheetah on the hunt. This car features double-layered acoustic glass in both the front and back, so the noise isolation is incredible. Even in the middle of this noisy, crowded auto show, once you close the door, all the commotion just fades away. The panoramic sunroof offers a fantastic view, and the red and black interior of this display car feels incredibly sporty. But my favorite part is the taillight design. The diamond-cut reflections make them look as brilliant and dazzling as a starry night sky. After checking out several electric models, I still want to take a look at traditional gas-powered cars. Since this will be the first car for our family, I want to try out different energy types before making a final decision. Currently, I don't have the setup to charge a car at home, while with a gas car, I can simply fill up the tank at a gas station, which is very convenient. The first car I'm looking at is the Geely Xing-Yue, from a brand that sells incredibly well in China. This is an SUV model from Geely Auto. The space is massive, with a body length of nearly 4.8 meters. It has a rugged, grand exterior and a very refined interior. I especially love the silver paint. It looks very premium. The trunk is huge, and once you fold down the rear seats, you get nearly 2 meters of depth. You can tell how popular this car is. It was launched in 2021, and in just a few years, they've sold nearly 1 million units. Besides the space and looks, it also has serious power. With a 2.0T turbocharged engine and an 8-speed automatic transmission, this car offers plenty of punch and great performance on the highway. Of course, the trade-off is that the fuel consumption can be quite high in heavy city traffic. Because of our concerns about fuel consumption, we decided to check out the world's best-selling SUV, the Toyota RAV4. This car features Toyota's most mature hybrid technology, with a fuel consumption of only 4.59 liters per 100 kilometers. The Toyota brand is world famous for its affordability and legendary reliability. Even though it wasn't a huge exhibition, after looking at so many cars, my wife and I were absolutely exhausted. Our stomachs were growling, so we immediately tracked down a Mao-Cai restaurant to grab some food. Mao-Cai originated in Chengdu and is a traditional snack with unique Sichuan flavors. Both my wife and I are huge fans of Sichuan cuisine and hot pot. Back when we were studying in Chongqing, we used to go out for Chongqing hot pot almost every single week. It's been a long and tiring day at the auto show, but we managed to see all the cars we were interested in, so I'm really happy with the trip. However, I'm planning to schedule some test drives for these models soon. I want to feel how each one handles for myself, and then we'll make our final decision based on what we truly need. Thank you all so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Ching will be back soon to bring you even more interesting life experiences.